Let's see. Is my mic work? Yep. Test. No peeking. Hello. Check. Check. Yeah, we're good. We are good to go. On the air.
Trying to get our DAW set up.
What's that? Yeah, true. Oh, looks like a weird noise gate on. Gotta get rid of the noise gate. Filters. Edit filters. Are there none? Deal. Good deal. Good deal. Like, let's do none of that. No noise gate. Alright. All the noise gate's gone. Can you hear me talk soon? Alright. All the noise gate's gone. Here we are. Play it.
What?
I said play it. Hit play, man. Let's listen to some Drew Brashley. It's all good. I've got a scene set up for the idiot test.
Once you've named it, you can press save. The beauty of saving this template here with all of these armed is if we close this project and we go to open up a new project on a different day, we can simply go back to our project templates, load our X32 default, and it will load with all the tracks armed and ready for phone and plug it into the console, or have some of the once you've pulled here, and I can also see that it's on formal the record button, and it will start recording all 32 channels that you have set up from your console going into Reverb. Now, when you are multi-track recording with this setup, none of the processing that you're doing on the channels is going to be affecting the audio that's going to our recorder. And any of that, none of it is going to be affecting the audio that's going into Reverb. It means that Reverb is going to be taking the audio directly off of the input right after the Reverb. So the only thing that will affect the audio going into Reverb is your input gain that you have heard the dot button here.
Okay. Play something?
Play something? Oh, yeah. My bad.
want to rotate this back to record and press the rotary knob again to get back into our normal input settings. After that, we're going to jump over back to our computer so that we can get our digital audio workstation DAW configured. I typically use a program called Reaper, which is a DAW that you can download from reaper.net.
It's not looking good, yeah. I followed every single step to the letter. And it's not going. Record. Start. I know you people you're entertaining. I might need to look at it too.
Yeah, on the board.
This is the literally least glamorous part of the job.
Oh, it's all good.
Set up to be from X USB. So if you're on the general tab, you want to go down to audio device and set this to X USB. Once you have that set, you'll press OK. So now this means that Reaper is now connected to and press OK. Here and our outputs here. So this is where we're going to be pulling our inputs from. So this is my actual channels inside of Reaper that you get your device and set this to X and USB. Once
Audio device. I'm really glad you're doing it. Like I said, sorry, it's kind of boring, but at the same time, it's necessary. Oh, good.
So what's the issue?
So the issue is we're getting sound into the fader, obviously,
And it's a device.
Yep. And this is reading, like this is connecting just fine. Because if I go to preferences, ASIO just means you're using a mixing console. And this is showing up next to this two driver.
Yep.
And it reads that there's 32 of them. Right? So the first one's gonna be 1, the last one's gonna be 32. Okay. Do I have to go here? It's like, no, it's not. Hey, this is just speaking. It's not listening. It's not pulling from that. So, what Drew Brashler said to do is to get the computer to talk to the board. Obviously, this goes with the USB into the card in the back. And this is kind of the part that's new to me. So if we go to our routing tab, so all of our ins, we're not using the stage box, obviously, so we're all going to be using our locals, right? So all the ins is 1 through 8, or 1 through 32, as so.
And we know the ends are working because we have.
Yep. And the card, oh, it just stacked it for us, that's fine, okay. Wait, hold on. This is 1 through 8, 9 through 16. There.
Eric, is this a local versus not local issue?
That did a thing with it out, and that's one thing I was wondering, but in the video.
The user in is not.
It's different. I know exactly what you're thinking. When you go to out, hold on, what was it?
It's out versus local out.
I remember that being an out thing. Is there an in?
You sure it's not user?
I think user in is when you set something all the way over here. So we have a user tab when you define something as what the user channel is. Like we're gonna call bus 5 is a user tab, but I think that's a whole different story. And he
Right.
So in his video, he uses local 1 through 8,
Okay.
16, so 32. So that's what the board. That's what in is what the board is searching for.
I know
Where
that.
it's searching from. Where the USB card is searching from, we're saying, hey, search from the same spot. We're sending this XLR input to multiple destinations pretty much. So we're saying, hey, X32 board, listen to these 32 analog inputs. Now we're saying, hey, USB card, listen to these 32 analog inputs.
So, where does the output come in?
So what we're doing here is in our preferences. Control V. So we have it now. We're saying listen to in 1 through 32.
Yeah, but where does output 5 and 6 come in?
We're not using those anymore. That was like sending a stereo pair to the computer, like to
Right.
listen to. This is going into like.
So you're
directly
trying to do it
DAW.
without using the card thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
really.
I see. And
Pretty
now
much.
we're not doing that. We don't need.
Yeah, to make Audacity happy, I was condensing it to left right
Right.
for Audacity. Now I'm trying to get all the raw inputs from all 32 to go, hey Audacity, listen to these raw ins. So then the card is pulling from these 32 raw ends.
Yep.
And this is where he loses me. He said, and I didn't know this was an option either, on your input, there's this little thing over here. He said apparently the playback is where, this is where it's going to. And you can say, hey, send these to card 1 through 32. Because this 1 through 32 is this 1 through 32 over here.
Right.
Is it because it's pulling it? Obviously, it's connected into the card. I think that's how I see it. So,
which email it would be in 9, right? This channel in 9. So we need to look and see if input 9 would be the one that's stated on the board.
or be input 4. Because I think that's the actual in. It's channel 9
Oh,
here,
but it's
but the
in
physical
4.
jack, the physical input is 4. For whatever reason, it got flipped around. We've done it before ourselves, so I'm sure there's a reason. So, or I just start a whole clean page. But we're on input 4, which the board is listening to in 1 through 8. The card is listening through 1 through 8. And it is the playback of that sound is going to 1 through 8, which to me would signify it would be 4 over here.
Yeah.
And then if I arm it for
You're
recording,
not
which it
getting
is, we're not getting anything. Because you definitely should be. Oh, and to further complicate things, when I have play mode selected, or if I'm messing with the playbacks going, everything goes dark. If I send it back to record, it starts lighting up again. That is a mystery to me. So it's like record mode versus play mode. But I don't know why it changes our ability to see something on here and monitor it, but he said switch it back to record before you go over here. And this, if you want to double check my work with the video, is exactly how he had it set up.
Ah,
What?
I believe you.
So,
We've got that.
yep, and then there's 32 tracks of silence. Yep, and all. Just making sure nothing is showing up here. once Windows is being done and it's still pulling it from out 5 through 6, then you know the folder and that's it.
Could be. Can you go to your advanced?
It's like playback here. Yeah, let's just make sure the computer's actually talking.
Yeah. If you go to your advanced
Yes.
settings, then
That could be the only other thing.
Yeah, that actually would make sense.
Recording. Unless it just magically goes around all of your sound settings and talks directly to Reaper. I want to refuse to believe that that's the way it works. But I imagine that your regular device settings would probably get really confused when it hears 32 things instead of left or right. So maybe it does go around. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, it's the same thing. Out 1 and 2.
What's up, Hannah? All right, Hannah's here.
Hi, Okay. So that's just me saying, hey, listen to it. If we play something we record, it's going through the laptop now. I don't think that's going to change anything. So, yeah, we're not seeing it jump on the meter. And normally there'd be like lines, like in this red zone, it would be, you'd see something.
Oh wow, is the game like fully cranked on this?
Oh, that's, oh, yeah.
This
Channel 9 acoustic here. I think so.
why is the level so low though? Oh, clicking.
And that's a lot. It's not going to get any louder than that, so. It's like clapping right in front of it. I don't think your guitar is going to be that loud.
Yeah, sure.
So. Actually, you probably should keep it up while
I
you
do,
look
yeah.
for sign of light. But yeah, if you want to see the video, like, I really think I copied that routing over perfectly, unless.
I mean, could the master being muted do anything?
It's a bus, like it goes through here. I would hope not.
I doubt it, right?
Are we being stupid with DCAs again?
No, because the bus.
And it pulls it before that. Again, it goes literally directly
Yeah,
out
it's
of the frame.
from-
It's pulling the
yeah.
input feed before it even makes it to the fader. So- I mean, go for it. I mean, let's try it.
It does anything.
Lighting up over there. Let me get this recording here. Yo, we are recording, seeing if there's any sign of life. Typically, I'd say on channels 4 or 9, most likely 4.
We're on the wrong channel. So how do I spell?
2 fingers up and down on the pad, right? And
I did
It-
wrong.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's zoomed, then yeah, probably it has to be done with the elevator. I should have brought a mouse. That would have been an excellent idea.
Nothing on either channel.
All right, Drew Bashler needs to come to the rescue here. Color bar, technical difficulties.
Right?
Shall I bring it up on the projection, or do you want to come back here and look at it? Or I could just bring it up on the laptop.
Dude, I believe you. I that was bad and wrong.
The other thing in his video, like some of the settings look different and his patching points in the software look different. Like he was able to like change parent, like I don't even know how to explain it, but the arm, like you could bind like each record arm had its own spot in the grid. And there's like a bunch of settings I didn't see that were in this video that weren't trial version maybe.
So you have that set of press OK. So now this means that Reaper is now connected to the X device and set this to X USB. Once you have that set, press OK. So that and set this to X USB. Once you have that set,
Okay, sample rec. maybe it's a sample rate issue. That's another thing. If we go to our config, say it's 48 kilohertz for our sample rate,
What does the dog remote button do?
I have no idea. And he doesn't talk about it in the video.
That's so weird.
I think it's like if you hit that, then it controls the faders up here.
Oh.
Since it's going directly,
Right.
going directly out.
Yeah.
So that way your faders here do house, and then we can hold this, and it does these faders over here or something. So that's my guess.
Yeah. Like sense on fader for the dog.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Sample rate. Setup. 48. Okay, it's not the sample rate. Card.
Do you want to just try the audio interface?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get something recorded.
I don't mind either way. We can keep trying this.
We're so stinking close. And just for the sake of my sanity. Solid. I'm gonna make four.
Make it channel 4.
I mean, just maybe that's messing with it,
Yeah.
because it's routing it, splitting it to two separate places, and maybe it's not directly pulling it. So if we go here, okay, that's definitely working. We have this. I mean, if it's getting signal, I don't know, it has to be.
Now it's going through 2 DCs. Oh, because you have no.
It's a vocal DCA.
What?
Oh, it's channel. It's double sending then. So we go to select 9, and I'll make it 9.
Oh.
Back to the Yep, and then
You did that for now.
yeah, it's a vocal now, whatever. And see that. Okay, so now it is, yep, on 4, lighting up here. Oh, and also 9 is past 8. So maybe like if it's as far as it's blocking things, it could get, I don't know. Maybe it could be splitting something up in a weird
Yep.
way with all the
That makes sense, yeah.
So hopefully it doesn't. But okay, go, we got that. 128. 128. Staircase. Yep. Play. Okay. So let's walk with that. Apparently we use stuff when that happens. Card. 128. Okay. This shouldn't matter because we're not sending outputs, it's pulling directly from the channel before it even gets to an out. So now, arm. Really putting my money on 4 having activity inside of life. Let's just crash 1. I'm really hoping that just confused something that the routing be shuffled around. Doubt it.
Oh, you're using Reaper now?
Yeah.
Is it because he used it?
Yeah, in Audacity can't do multi-track recording, only do left right.
Oh.
So new people preferences. Yep, it's USB. Same story. Aha! Sample rates 44.1. Let's try that. Hope to God that's it. It's at multiple tracks. 32. Sample rates have caused me so many flipping headaches, it's not even funny. In egg on please God, let's work.
This sounds like the click part of the kick.
I also do that sometimes, like when I'm lying down and my ears on the pillow, and I'll tap my fingers on the pillow.
Yeah.
And they get like.
Yeah.
It sounds like way.
I do the same thing. That's funny.
Not looking good, Captain. Forward.
Test. Oh,
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
neither do I.
The only option I have left is to start on a fresh page on the console. And just say, damn the torpedoes, start blank.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
We're not gonna record a single damn note over here.
We will figure it out though.
If this is the goal to get this working, I mean, and if this doesn't work, then we'll use the Focusrite either later tonight, like super late tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah. That's what I.
Dang, if we figure this crap out, oh my god, like that is like the first step to actually having a professional broadcast for this church, and have it be done here, downstairs, with the same settings. I can duplicate it to Reaper downstairs on their computer. So. Close. No. Scenes. Did we make a blank scene? Did past Eric save a blank scene? No. I honestly don't even know how to factory reset one scene without factory resetting it.
Just factory reset.
I mean, I don't think they're too attached to their youth group settings with everything shuffled around. That's not going to be that way again.
It's so easy to set up something functional too, right?
Yeah, I think the way it was. Hold the view button on the USB while turning it on.
That looks like.
This looks good. That's how you update the firmware.
I was about to say
That's
that
not
looks
the-
like it's waiting for some
That's,
sort of update or something. Yeah.
I like how it waited and then didn't just wipe everything. That's nice of them. We have to go get the firmware.
It's like, yeah, you can.
Config. I think there's actually on a config setting or system. Update firmware. Aha! Reset console. Do you really want to initialize all settings? Sure. That looks like the scary blank console we all know and love. Scenes. And it saved the scenes!
Wow.
Okay, so we are now. Okay, I'm going to save this as blank. Does it get two cameras set up?
Yeah.
Or just season one?
Yeah, for, I mean, I'm using a scene where it has this camera big and that one small.
Overwriting. Now we're on dot test. Blank. Okay. Channel 4.
Want to just go channel 1?
Why not?
Dumb it down as much as
Why not? Let's go down as close to the brainstem as we
Yeah,
can.
exactly.
All right. And all the phantom power is off. That's a very nice thing if they did that too. Because
That's true.
if you forget where that's at, that can be a very expensive mistake. So, channel 1. Phantom power. On. Setup. Current. We're going to make this 0016. Yes, all lessons are reset. 48 kilohertz. Yep.
Just me, 'cause my world
Yeah.
falls so value is so hard for me to breathe. Tell me how to breathe. Yeah. I feel whenever you there. Nowhere. I'm so deep. I don't real about me. The way I just can't breathe. Nowhere, nowhere. There ain't no one. There ain't no.
Current 0016. That's how we roll. No DCAs are assigned to anything. It's the first time I'm going to say thank God. Okay. So, channel 1. Routing. Yep, everything's on. Ooh, the routing didn't change. Oh, I'm stupid. That's why it's the default, because there's only 16 inputs on the mini console. There's not 32 of them. So the first 16 are going to be local, and the next ones are going to be AES by default, since there's only 16 of them, and not 32.
Right.
Not that it should matter in our case, but that is something that's helpful for perspective in case you wanted more. Card is also on. Okay, same ones. Great. Playback. 1 through 8 and 16. That's all default the same. Card is listening to the same ones. Record. Okay. Can you make noise, please?
Test. Hello. Hello. Chat.
Wow. Okay,
Testing.
we're getting noise. We didn't have to
Sweet.
troubleshoot any routing.
Testing.
issues yet.
That's good.
Okay. Reaper.
Reaper.
Control P. SIO. Sample rate. 48. I believe it is 48, not 44.1. Or 48 point anything. I've never seen a point after 48. But just to make absolutely sure, yes, 48. Okay. View. Routing matrix. Where are you? Was it Alt-R? It's Alt-R. This looks different. These are multiple tracks. 32 of these bad boys. All going to be called in something. Ah, there's our matrix. And it looks the same as Drew Brashler's now in the video. Something wasn't working.
Really?
Yep. These record lights for each track at the bottom here, I didn't have a grid for all the recording arms.
Really?
That seems important. If there's
Yeah.
you have to arm each one, say, hey, the arm button for channel 1 needs to be arming channel 1. You kind
Right.
of assume that it's going to be like that
Yeah.
intuitively. And the arm button for channel 2 is actually arming channel 2. If for some reason you wanted it to arm another track, you could, but
Yeah.
those weren't there.
Okay.
So there's no somehow factory reset in a console changed something. Oh, these are all here. Okay, this looks exactly like his video. I think we did it. I think we did it. So notice always just start with a clean slate, whatever routed crap.
Yeah.
'Cause
definitely.
Sometimes disagreements happen.
Yep.
You have to like be chasing that needle in a haystack to find out which one it is forever. So. Yeah, it's looking good. Do surgery with the trackpad. You're making sound.
Let's
Sending
go!
signal. And I literally did everything the same
Yep.
except off of a factory reset. That's the only thing different I did.
That's the strat
and
right
that's
there.
why it was driving me insane.
That's how you
It's
do
like,
it.
I swear I followed the instructions.
Time for the factory reset every time.
Okay. Every time you go to a new room or a new show, the 11th commandment, thy shalt not use any pre-existing presets unless you made it yourself and it is an identical move.
Thank you, Eric. We needed the
So-
11th commandment.
The 10 commandments of production.
Somebody clipped the 11th commandment.
And I remember that also being at a show I went to where it's like the audio guy's like, hey, look, no hard feelings. You probably have a good system here. But
Yeah.
I religiously just clean wipe everything and put my own drive in and start with my settings.
Yeah.
Because here's why.
Something was screwed on that.
So, all right. And if we stop this, and it recorded all 32. It recorded a lot of nothing, but there's 32 channels of nothing with your guitar.
Perfect.
So, all right. Someone out there probably in production. And if we go back like that. Way back.
I need to find a better pick.
Yeah. Now I gotta figure out how to hear what we're recording. That's half the battle.
Get a playback going.
Yeah, it's not as intuitive as I thought. That's probably because it's super adjustable, which is a good thing. There's the ding. That's good.
You'll press OK. So now this means that Reaper is now connected to the X USB card of our X32. The next thing that you want to do is right click in this area over here, and what we have is our inputs, PQ coming from out of alt, remove, or on, or these things are going to set our outputs out of all of these tracks to be similar to what tracks
That's good.
record. For instance, this X32 input
That's
1,
good.
we are recording from input 1, and we'll want to put that out back to the board on input 1 as well. So what we need to do is we need to actually remove this master output first. So you're going to right click, and we're just going to press delete. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to scroll over until we get to our mono outputs here. And then you're going to find our X32 input 1 and set that to out 1. And you're going to run down this line for every single one. And if you accidentally click one in a different spot, you'll need to right click and delete that, as we want to make sure that only one channel is going to one output. Once you've done this, we can go back up to view and hide our routing matrix. And then you want to grab this blue line to resize this window smaller so you can see all of our audio. Next, go ahead and click right here and select all by using Command A. And then you'll want to press the Record Arm button. After you hit the Record Arm button, I like to save this as a project template. So we're going to go File, Project Templates, this project. Go back to our project template. So I have this microphone, check, check, check. So I can see that it's on my console here, and I can also see that it's on Reaper over there. Once you have this finished, you are ready for multi-track recording. And once your band starts playing, you can simply go over and hit the record button, and it will start recording all 32 channels that you have set up from your console going into Reaper. Now, when you are multi-track recording with this setup, none of the processing that you're doing on the computer is going to be taking the audio directly off of the input right after the premiere. So the only thing that will affect the audio going into Reaper is your input gain that you have set here. If you are clipping your console here, you are going to be clipping Reaper inside of your DAW. Once you're finished recording, you can simply go and press the stop button here. And then you'll want to save all. So that concludes a particular sound card that you're using on your Windows machine as well. In my next video, I'm going to always looking through the comments section.com.
So, this is where it gets interesting. Hear things.
This is where it gets interesting. Not the
How-
battle we just called.
To send the outputs of all of the the DAW 32 channels to the input faders of this board. So I guess if you want to hear them, I mean, I personally want to just hear it off the computer. That seems simpler to me. but I
Okay.
can't get it to work off the computer.
Oh.
It's playing nothing back. Unless I just need to find another video for Reaper playback. But like, why isn't there an option? Because there's 32 of them, it's not left right. And there's only 2 speakers, and it's trying
Right.
to probably wonder what do I do with these 32 channels? Like, instead of
Yeah.
left right, it's like a 32-point circle probably. For all I care, that it's trying to think of like, it doesn't know where to.
You should be able to rig playback to only be one channel though.
Yeah, to condense it to.
Or like select a channel you want to play back.
Unless it has to go into a mouse. I feel bad for producers. He's like, why'd you send me 31 tracks of them?
Right?
Drew Brashford said to do it this way. Oh. Down the staircase. The precise clicking that needs to happen with the trackpad here.
Right?
Every single square in this freaking grid.
You got this, Eric. We're 57
Is
minutes into the
almost
live.
Done. Okay. So you said to do it this way.
You're the star of the show right now.
Awesome. Alt R. This is just now. Can you stop for a second? Just gonna try something here. Oh, is this like where the whole playback thing comes into play? Look on input. Here, play mode. Oh, please tell me move. Please tell me move. Please tell me move. Got it. Okay.
You did, nice.
So before earlier, nothing was showing up when we set it to play, because when it's on play, it's pulling from the computer and using this as playback. So you can switch
Right.
modes from listening to the inputs on the console versus listening to playback from the computer.
Right.
I need headphones.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never done that before. But let's see. This is so cool!
Can you hear me, Eric? Can you hear me? I'm talking to you, Eric. Can you hear me?
I hear both. That's wild. I hear your thing, and I don't hear that. It solos everything. Say my stop. Yeah! It's a very wholesome recording of cheering and let's go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should listen to it. Dude, we successfully sent that flippin' microphone into the board, into the USB expansion card, into the USB port of this computer, into a DAW, back from the DAW, through the USB cord, into all 32 tracks, back on here to be listened to individually.
And now I'm about to hear
That is a signal
celebration.
passing adventure.
That is, no, for real.
That's like an
An
entire
epic.
raid clear. So, you're currently listening to this being soloed. Okay. I don't know if this changes it or not. Let me know if actually you hear nothing. I want you. Well, I don't know if I want you to hear nothing, but do you hear nothing?
Yeah.
But if I solo it,
I hear it. Yeah, I hear now.
so now I go back here.
You're making sound.
We made the studio.
Yeah. Wow.
And you can probably hear it soloing this our dialogue too, right? Like if I go over here and then now you hear me
Yeah, I
roll
can
clear.
hear that now.
So you hear real time and you hear the playback at the same time, like
Wow.
you're in the studio just hearing everything.
That's incredible.
Thank you, Drew Brashler, for sponsoring
Drew
this
Brashler.
live stream.
A wonderful person.
Just to learn the concept. Well, I mean, he's also a fantastic guy and he sets up people professionally too. I don't want to sound like I'm I almost sounded like I'm downplaying it. That was close. But like, I've learned so much about how things get connected
Yeah.
from watching his routing videos. So
That's wow. I can't believe.
and I can't figure that out on my own.
Yeah.
Like, so
That's wild.
someone else did that for us and made a video on it. So yeah. But there we go. So now
Thank you,
we
Drew
can
Brashler.
record at a professional degree, and I want to do all of this again for our live Sunday recording. And
Yeah.
and then we have the power to actually, if something is weird in the live stream where we need to add reverb and do editing, we could doctor it up and put it back up or something if we
Yeah.
had to. Or if we had to like omit certain parts of certain people talking,
Yeah.
we could cut that out and then upload it. It gives us an extra
You
step
could-
in between.
Bleep out a certain person.
Yep. Exactly. Or if vocals weren't loud enough, or if guitar wasn't loud enough, you can go back in and change the volume levels again retroactively.
Yeah.
It's not a left-right stereo that you're stuck with that's already mastered. You can remix the whole thing with this. So
That's incredible.
I am super happy that we got this figured out and it was totally worth the grind.
Definitely.
So now let's focus on you. So what I'll do this time, that's done forever. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is So are you familiar with the concept of arming tracks? Okay,
Yep.
cool. So I won't go over that. I'm only gonna arm this one so we don't send your friend 31 channels of nothing.
I appreciate that.
And so go ahead and strum and do whatever. Strum your loudest. We're peaking at -6 with the gain cranked up to 60 dB.
Wow.
But then again, you're about a foot away, and I heard. But still, that's a lot of juice. It didn't technically clip at plus 60, but it got pretty close, so I'm just backing off a little bit to plus 55. But I guess, yeah, the rumors are true. That microphone is...
Takes a lot of juice.
Because
Right.
I think on an SM58, if you're a foot and a half away from it, and you're hitting a high note, you'll definitely clip.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're about a foot away. With that plus 60 dB, right? Normally we have a plus 30, right? Up to 40, somewhere in there. So,
Wait, we need a click though, right?
Oh, the click. Oh man, that was an Audacity trick.
Oh,
I mean, we got the.
does the Behringer have anything?
Oh man, I don't think so. Where's the top? There it is, right here. So we got oscillator. I can generate white noise.
Yeah, there we go. I'll just have to subdivide.
Yeah, just subdivide, 48,000 samples of white
Yeah,
noise.
exactly.
Well, let me add. This is a knowledge gap in knowing how to use Reaper. I'm sure there is a way to generate a click. But you don't want to hear it going through the mic, though.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just figuring out what I want my BPM to be.
All right, we'll add to the track. Okay, so the 33rd track. Let me figure that out.
I'm sure it's a 5-minute YouTube video's time away.
Metronome, put track, and Reaper. Here we go.
Pretty much anytime you want to record in Reaper, you're going to want a time source like a click track or a metronome. So in this video, we'll look at how you set those up. So in this video, we'll be looking at how to turn on the metronome, how to change its settings, how to set up pre-roll and count in, how to set up a dedicated track for a click track, and some little tips and tricks along the way. This tutorial will be mostly for beginner users, but hopefully there's something for everyone in here. Here we are in Reaper. I have the default theme enabled, and other than a couple buttons different in my main toolbar, this should be pretty close to how you have it at home. The metronome in Reaper has a dedicated button on the main toolbar. So just go ahead and give that a left click.
Oh, it's
When
right
you hit
there.
spacebar, you should be able to hear a click.
That sounds totally
If you want
backwards.
to change it,
Why is the low tone the one? Are you kidding me?
Because it was made by people that only do productions and aren't musicians.
That's disgusting.
during recording. So
You have no idea how many times I see stuff like that, where it's like people that do the production are very talented, but they'll get stuff like that backwards.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
have the
I think you can change it.
press record, or only when it's playing back, or both, have during a dedicated window or a click.
So I missed the menu.
If you want to change any settings, you can right click it, and it'll bring up a dedicated window with all sorts of settings. You can choose to have it running during playback or during recording. So these are independent. You can have the click only.
Okay, I think I figured it out. 7-minute video. I think I just got what I need. Cool.
Here we go, man. Here we go. So, is that gonna come through the desktop or
I
through the
don't
board?
know. Worst case scenario, I'll force that track to be routed into channel 2.
That's what I was thinking. And then you can just feed me channel 2. as playback while we record to the ARMS channel 1, right?
Or let's see what the master does. Oh, so it's not on channel. Master, there we go. Well, stop for a second. Nice.
$130 if you can.
His is weird. His is A, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the way it should be. Let's see if we can make 6 quieter. Cool. I think I have to set the whole tempo of the project. And then the metronome is just on off and it matches the tempo of the project. It's not set the tempo of the metronome. So
Okay. That's how most DAWs work, I think.
yeah. I have it on. I want to cry. I don't know where it's going. I don't know if it's going to work. Because we're hearing in here the 32 tracks in the DAW. That metronome isn't on a track. It's probably like a user interface. Like, it's going, allegedly, it's probably through the computer stereo. Which already doesn't want to play nice. So it would have to be something that is on its own track,
Yeah.
which I think means we have to use that thing.
That's fine. It's,
And hopefully it matches the timing of the project.
oh yeah, hopefully it's like actually snaps in place with the.
So aha, BPM 120. There it is. It's already down there in full 4. Cool. 120 you said, right? 130. 130. And then now if the click is off here, at least it can be shifted over to channel 1. So then channel 2 will be that thing. Oh, but it's got to be a 1/4 inch in.
But aren't those both?
No.
Ah, okay. Well, we have adapters and we have cables that go from 1/4 inch to XLR mailing cable.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I don't think this has any. Oh, it does have 1/4 inch ends, but I'll have to tell it to use ends into something which is going to be a pain in the route again. Just to save the routing headache, it's technically not the correct way to do it, but I think just changing it to XLR with the adapters. overachiever and go for the power conditioner. Yep. Okay. That is also disgusting. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, that's
Do
perfect.
you want the and in there?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Does it automatically shift that over? If you ever want to troll people on your stream while you're waiting in champ select, honestly, this would be a good way to just send a click.
With like every possible.
Obnoxious, like a really obnoxious ping like this one. I don't know how I did it. Ping's gone.
Go with the ding.
I don't know how okay we'll leave it. And then phones. Let's just do it. Phones.
We normally use for our
Oh, I think it's fun. It's phones. Just mono, I guess. It's funny because there's that phones left and phones right. So there's two plugs for a set of. You have to have a headphone, like a pair of headphones with two plugs. Or it's thinking you're going to adapt with two mono cables.
I know that Steve uses the top.
Okay.
It's
I'll
so
take
weird.
With the top one.
Yeah, I see him use this one.
Maybe because it's full plug. No, I'm not too. You're 100% sure?
95.
So top's MIDI. Yeah. And the next one down, unless it's just duplicated.
Oh, this one?
Unless it's sending through both.
Maybe that's one.
Aha. It's so quiet. It's so quiet.
Can you increase it in Reaper?
I just worry about an accident happening and deafening you with the click.
I'll be alright.
Turning things up this loud scares me.
It would suck.
Can't see. Okay, let's try. Right. Unless it is our playback on, because this is the player that has it. That's super quiet. It's probably the stereo cable, and it's probably generating out of phase, because that's happened before where something gets really quiet from that happening. So that one is out. barely in here, and listen to how loud this thing is. So let's try Plan B.
Rerouting a channel.
Yep. Plan B. Alright, so we're gonna need a regular instrument cable.
I'll route this channel to be auxiliary 1, right?
Yeah, hold on, make sure we're on, sorry, record. Okay, yeah, and then pull, yeah, you already know. I'll let you get it. Just making sure that it wasn't on the playback when it I'll screw everything up.
I'm doing aux 1.
Yep. Hopefully that's just that simple and it's the end of it. It doesn't confuse Reaper.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's pulling directly off the channel. And if there's, like I said, that extra processing where you switch it around, then that might screw with it. But so no one's in control. So you, yeah, aux 1.
Yeah, aux 1 is what I got it on. That looks like.
Oh well, there it is. It's definitely a lot louder. You can see it from back there.
Yeah, you don't even have to hear it.
That is why. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Do not use stereo cables for mono signals because they can sometimes make you believe or very close to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's. Oh yeah. That's the clip that I know and love. Towards just about detonating. Since it's a robot, we can turn up our gain. And it's a trim, not a gas. It's doing the thing, and you have a light little. That is as loud as it can get. This would be good for calibrating your headphones in Discord. A click to -1, and then nothing can be louder than that.
Oh yeah.
So if this doesn't hurt your ears, nothing you'll ever hear will hurt your ears because it's exceeding the digital limit.
Yep.
Okay. That's actually probably painfully loud. And I gotta use gain. This is wild because I'm hearing you in here at the same time. You actually probably don't need that much in your monitoring.
Hearing my pinch harmonics.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so this is actually with the trim at -18. Let me know how this sounds. If you might even need to get a little closer, I can get another extension.
Maybe another extension. We've got those gray ones that are just 1/8 inch.
Yep. Or the one back there too. Actually, that one can probably stay there. Oh, okay, well, I showed someone, but I wanted to show someone who didn't know. Oh, that's bad. Educational experience.
I'll act like I didn't know. Thank you.
Okay, okay, well, good talk, good talk. Oh, it's not sticky. It just falls right out. Let's see if it works.
Is it like untwisted?
It's just like it
Oh,
doesn't
it's just
catch.
Bad connection in general.
Well,
Hopefully it makes sound.
see if it works enough. And if it's slack on the ground, it might be fine. So do you have your laptop camera and this camera facing both ways? Is that what's going
Yeah,
on?
I've got
here?
it facing off.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so right now we're actually going to switch over to the scene that faces me.
All right. Do you hear the click in there still going?
Yep. Yeah, it's going good.
And that's as quiet as I can make it on here without turning it down on the thing. So if you need it more or less, let me know.
No, this is good.
Okay. And, oh yeah, let me get this arming ready. And the moment of truth, let's see if it follows it and maybe hear. If I record the clip too. Arm it.
I might need a bunch of tries to get this right.
Yeah. It's not listening to the click.
It's
So
not.
by patching it around like that, it's probably listening to aux1.
Oh.
If I had to guess. Since it's not listening to channel 2 anymore, because that's some level of processing happened, because it pulls it directly from the jack and rips it off of that and then goes into the computer.
So do we still have...
So let's see if I can change input 2. But the thing is, auxiliary channels sometimes, because there's 32 channels, auxiliary channels sometimes count as channel 33, channel 34, channel 35, channel 41.
Wait,
And-
why do I hear the click then?
You're hearing it off of this being soloed on the console. The DAW doesn't hear it.
Oh, it's not going there and then back. It's just
not
going to
there
the...
and back. You're hearing it directly off the console, off
Okay.
of the record solo. But you're hearing your guitar through the record and the playback.
Yeah.
That solo is effectively soloing two things.
Yeah.
But I guess if your click doesn't get recorded, then oh well. I mean, you don't want it in there anyway. It's already matching the DAW. And you just sound like you're a better musician if you did it without a... they don't know you did it without matching.
Yeah, true.
So...
The producer's going to be like, are you kidding me? How?
Yeah. That'd be so funny. See how long you can sell that to.
Yeah. I'll be like, yeah, you might have to do some magic because I didn't
Yeah.
have a metronome
You
on
have
me.
to quantize it a little bit. Do it.
That'd be so
It's
funny.
gonna call BS super fast. But... Okay, I'll try not to accidentally delete anything while we do this. This is in the rough. Wait. Okay. Let me give you the official point.
Oh, I need it louder. Or the guitar quieter in my ears.
Guitar quieter.
In my ears.
Okay.
In my head. Because I know what I'm playing.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear the guitar that much, but I lost the click.
And I was wondering how much of it is you're actually hearing your guitar.
Yeah.
Versus, okay. So, which
Well,
one do you want? Click louder or guitar quieter?
You could just probably unsolo the guitar. I might just want the...
I think you need a little bit.
Okay, then click louder and guitar quieter. But I don't want the bleed. I don't want the click to bleed through.
Okay, so if I bring... Okay, so the click needs gain then. I think it all has to be... Oh. It all has to be gain adjustments because... Well, if you're hearing yourself in real time... Oh, this isn't...
Yeah, because is it affecting the recording
It's gonna
volume?
affect the... So if I...
But you could just... But the click isn't getting recorded, right? So you could just turn it up.
Yeah, I can just turn the click up. So if I bring click up to like, I'll give you 6 dB. I'll give you 7. I'll bring it to -10. How's that?
That's better.
Okay, and can you still hear yourself okay if you do something? Less.
That's good.
Okay. Just fiddle around and then I'll restart the recording. Just comfortable with that? Last call. Not last call. I can change things. if
That's good.
Anything. Okay?
Yeah, I like it.
So, let me just stop this. Dude, I'm so happy this is working.
Me too.
Like, even if it just, the bottom drops out and then it's like, okay, I don't want to lose all our work, but we got it working. And
Yeah.
I thought I'd walk out of here with nothing, to be honest, and go home sad, going, crap, what did we do wrong?
Yeah.
So, okay, they're armed. I'm gonna take off 2. And you still hear the click?
Yep.
Yep, it's definitely not going out and back.
Okay. I think that's good.
Alright.
I want to hear it back if possible.
Table. Yep.
Yeah, thank you. If they didn't line up, I was gonna go crazy.
Knowing that it's still going in your head.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, if I bring this back. So drag it over with 17 seconds of nothing there.
I'm not hearing anything. There we go.
I have to actually switch it
To playback?
That's kind of a chore. But when it's live, okay, so while it's on playback, you can solo both. While it's on record, you can only solo what's going in. I'll start going for you here. This is fantastic. It's been a long time since I've learned something completely new and just embraced sucking. Reheat my coffee.
I think it's a little bit fast.
Okay. Like 128 kind of thing.
I want to see what it feels like just messing around with the click at 125. And then I'll move up or down from there. But I think, yeah, I think 130 was a little ambitious.
So we scrap that one?
Yeah, we'll just delete it. Actually, oh my gosh, maybe 120. Am I stupid?
We can get the beat finder.
Yeah, it's 120. You had that perfect.
Did I?
It lined up beautifully.
Wait! I can see it down there!
That was like
So
literally
it should
perfect.
Still be going then. Okay, I gotta hear it. Hold on.
It's like
Is it like a phase issue? But like, are the transients off or are the transients still on?
you could. It's almost exact.
That is, I would say, 15 to 20 milliseconds early.
It's
barely perceivable.
well. When you started it, I think it was exact. I feel like it's.
I didn't
straight up
start
a
it. I
little
just
bit.
unmuted it.
Oh really? So
you,
I started.
You synced it to that, and I'm just unmuting it.
That's funny.
So
yeah. No, I think it's getting more off.
I think it's 10.
Wait, is it still on just as much?
Oh, now it's on. Let me see which one's going out of sync first. Hold on.
I'll tell you which one's faster here in a second.
That one's after this one.
But it's still barely after. It's been
Yeah.
barely after the whole time.
Yeah, so it's
I think it's
that's a
120.
good test for that click.
Yeah,
That click is holding up,
or the app.
or the app. Yeah.
Who knows which one? And I've had that happen where different metronomes and different timekeeping software people have on their phones.
Don't line
One
up.
phone's 120 or 100 is not
Yeah.
the same as the other phone's 100, which is not the same as my live beat finder's 100.
Yeah.
And I've had that happen where there's these minor discrepancies. Let's say it's 120 then, or it matches. Yeah. Well,
Well, I thought you changed the BPM to 120 on that, right?
yeah, I did.
So you would have been the one that set it to this, because I was playing this
I
already.
did it before I walked away though.
Oh.
Wait, no, I came
No,
back
you
and
didn't.
said it.
You came
No.
back and said it. So you
Sorry.
said it. You said
And it resets when
perfectly.
you scroll. So as I scrolled
Yeah.
through
So you
it, and
scrolled
then it started.
on beat. That's funny.
1 in a million.
Without
shot.
even knowing.
I'm doing that again.
How many viewers saw it?
It's
There
a
you
good
go.
question.
One.
And none of them heard it.
Right? Yeah. Literally.
Unless we had another bypass that went into your.
True. I thought about in the future we should try and see if we can get the audio to go through into here.
Like what Drew Brashel's doing, because he's making a video.
Yeah.
So he has to record
Exactly.
everything he's doing to show us. So
Yep.
that's the one thing we have yet to learn, which I don't think. Well, we'll see. Is he
Yeah,
has to
we'll see.
duplicate it all to make videos. So.
All right. And you can hear it okay still?
I can. Yes.
Okay. Well, I shall redo it. Give you the official point.
Welcome to recording.
Yep.
You know what's weird? This is what I found out. Okay, maybe it's true with everything, but I feel like if it's something complicated, if it's something complicated,
Thank you.
yeah, I can do it in relatively few takes. But if it's something stupidly simple, I don't know if it's complacency or if I get bored or if I just like, yeah, complacent, just check out and go, oh crap, and then snap back into it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like tunnel vision and screw up on the simplest parts, both live and recording.
Yeah.
The live stuff is also really rough when it happens. Like there's a simple melody on it's Chris Tomlin's. It's like the God of angel armies
Yeah.
always by my side. Da 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 da. Then there's a Lydian. It changes to Lydian. Goes da da da. It's like this da. Like it's in the key of C. Like da 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 da. It's a little Lydian thing that happens. But I learned it before I even knew what Lydian was. But it's just like.
Yeah.
It is just this little. It's like a da da da. It's not hard, all right. And I can never do it live. I would
That's
screw
so
it up
sad.
every single time.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is wrong with me? Like, and I would screw it up by a half step.
That's so
Which is,
rough.
and it's not the half step that makes Lydian to mix Lydian.
Yep,
It's
yeah,
like
it's-
to Lydian flat 4 or something.
That's
right?
so rough.
Or Lydian flat 5. Sure. So, yeah, but I feel you on that. So here, I'll scrap it.
Yeah, I will screw it up again. Trust me.
Okay, now my ding's working again. I'm just gonna mute this in advance so that way it doesn't go into bleed forward. Please. Next time, the universe brain plays to bring a mouse.
I have a.
Just bring a keyboard and a mouse whenever I take my laptop somewhere. I think I'll be happier.
Do you want a plug-in mouse? I've got my
That's
Logitech.
fine. I'm just hitting a few buttons to do this.
Okay, I've got a wireless Logitech mouse right there.
What? Being angry. Almost forgot.
Right? Yeah. I got off of the click, I think. No, I started on an offbeat. That's what it was. I was on, but I started on an offbeat, and I started overthinking it.
I like what my dad did that one time.
Yes. Yeah, I did exactly what he did. And I started overthinking it, and I'm like, there's no way I can make it through the whole thing like this.
Yeah.
All right.
Just rip it off.
I'm so sorry. You're going to have to bear with me here.
Yeah.
We've been online
Actually,
for...
another thought, if we have another 100-footer cable, I actually want to, if we have time, I want to try boundary miking that far wall and putting a mic literally facing directly to the wall. Because when you strum, like the pick attack, you can hear a little slap back, little
Yeah.
like, kind of off that wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if you just mute all your strings with your hand, just it's a delay.
Yeah.
It's like probably about 100 milliseconds. 150 milliseconds. Like almost like 80s levels of delay for guitars. So I'm going to see if I can boundary mic that.
Yeah.
Do a few more if you want, but I want to.
Yeah.
It's going to make it sound really cool.
That'd be really cool.
I'll put it on channel 3 and just practice our multi-track.
Yeah, I'm going to just practice for now.
Okay.
I'm going to do it flawlessly this time. Watch.
Yeah, I think I'll use some of the overheads and throw it at the wall.
Yeah.
this is where we test. This is why we coil cables like this. You get to see it. Where I actually want to do it in a hurry.
Yeah.
And this is the correct side. You always want to make sure you throw the correct side.
It's so cool how it has like a whipping sound.
Yeah.
It's like whoosh.
So, I don't know if this is the exact definition, but a common one for that is called a slapback delay.
Yeah.
Is to replicate being in an open space.
Yeah.
Also, reverb, like the Strymon Big Lie. There's also what's called, on fancier reverb pedals, what's called a pre-delay. Where if we wanted to replicate the openness of this room, right, it's about maybe half a second decay.
Yeah.
But there's that slap, so it
Yeah.
doesn't reverb. It's like a delay pedal combined with reverb. So it will play your reverb effect after 100 millisecond
That's
delay
cool.
to simulate it reverberating after hitting that back wall, which is actually more realistic.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, yeah, so slap back and pre-delay. Microphone's over here. Stand. Don't want to unzip tie this too quickly. Universal mounts, but the entire industry says we're going to use this size and nothing else. Everything
Oh.
fits.
Yeah. No, for real.
Can you imagine? Like
Yeah. If you had to have a Sennheiser adapter for your.
a Hyatt
Yeah.
for every mic and for every mic stand. Oh God. Oh, it's not giving them any ideas here. They might be watching.
True.
Okay. Don't laugh, but in order to get the microphone close enough, I took off my shoe to tip the mic stand over.
To tilt it over.
Because the mic stand's like this far away from the
Yeah.
wall, and I had to, like tip it forward by putting my shoe on.
Just enough. Yeah.
So I'm walking around with one shoe to. This is the stuff you want to capture. This is content. So now, go over here. In 3 is armed. You need to activate Phantom Power. Switch over to play. And then record off the play. 3, unmute, Phantom Power. Yo! Check! Okay. I just want to make sure it's not ambient noise. Okay, that's working. Oh yeah, that's not. That's working. Let's see that. Play something again. Going through? Can you hear the audible difference?
I can hear that.
Okay, so if I turn it off.
Wait, that's so cool. You have to hear it.
Okay. And it can be time aligned too.
Yeah. It's honestly not even that far off.
It's like adding reverb too, right? It's because you're getting
Yeah.
some of the room, but so that is everything that is reflecting off of that wall.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's gonna have the wall's characteristics is gonna be a little darker because it's traveled a distance. But
Yeah.
so
That's so cool.
you can do that with a bunch of different mics in a bunch of different spots, but doing that specifically, and I'm not aiming it at us.
Mhm.
It's aiming literally directly
Yeah,
at
at
the
the wall.
So that's it's called a boundary mic. It's very
That's awesome.
similar to a room mic,
Yep.
but when it's the wall and not the room. So I could also, if I want to get really fancy, I could do another one that I did at the UW studio. Was instead of the wall, it was like on the floor, 50 feet away. So I could probably move it to the other end of the stage and see if it sounds different. But
That's cool.
and it's on a separate track, so it's like sending your producer reverb. But if he doesn't want it, he has the dry track as well. So got an arm. Now, when you practice, do you want to practice with that, or do you want to have it dry?
Probably dry.
Okay, I would probably agree. Unless it was like an electric guitar part, then I want all my effects running, but that's a different story. So I'll have that not soloed. You can still hear the click?
Yep.
Okay, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you the official point here. Whoa. Second. Hold on one sec, sorry. Something is weird. Okay. Something is broken. What did I do? Aha. I don't know how to zoom out. L. I need your mouse.
Yeah.
It's zoomed in all the way, so the when I'm looking at the track, the bar is just flying across the screen like.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what the hotkey is to zoom out, and it was not Control minus.
Oh, thank God.
What happened to that? The heck? Oh, it like bugged out the webcam. Weird.
Did it like reconfigure all your USB stuff after doing that?
It shouldn't have, but it did for some reason.
Maybe you can have it back. You need it.
No, I don't need it. It's all
Okay.
good. It's already
And I fixed it.
sweet.
I'm now having fun.
Good.
Now that we got everything working. But I gotta be honest, I was pretty worried it was just gonna be a lame, time wasting,
Really?
like, glad you're here. Sorry, nothing happened conversation.
No, I'm
So I am
glad we're
overjoyed that we got the software working,
Yeah.
because that's always the biggest hurdle with this, like, shenanigans. Like,
yeah.
just- like, no matter how good we do on Sunday, right? What's our bottleneck in our live stream production? Something weird, making all the EQ warm
Yep.
after the board. Right? It's all tripled by some little tiny setting. It's probably in the Blackmagic box or wherever.
Yep.
Right? It's just, isn't it like, it's frustrating. Like, everything that happens before that point, I don't want to say it's irrelevant, but it's like the further down the chain you go, the more important that link is.
Yeah.
So, I forgot I left your click on.
Oh, you're good. I took the headphones off.
Okay. I'll give you the point here. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right.
I'm just gonna go again.
Oh, okay.
No. You. Oh, I was just gonna keep going. Sorry.
Oh, shoot. It stopped. Hold on. I'll just may as well. We can edit it out later.
Just keep going.
Hold on. Oh, stop. Didn't start from the beginning. Punched in. Mouse is 10 times helpful.
Screwed up,
Uh-oh.
but not bad. It was not a bad screw up. It was like probably passable as like basically I'm just sending him like a foundation for the
Yeah.
chord structure.
And if everything else builds on it, right, it's
Exactly.
probably got to be top notch. And so now, when you see, like, for example, Stairway to Heaven, the whole song, the whole band was done in, I think, 1 or 2 takes. So it's just when you think about like the perfection as far as lining up and like not
Yeah.
screwing up when the record light turns on, it's insane,
That is
right?
solos, everything impromptu, just grooving with your drummer and trusting their cues. Like, I don't know how people do that. It's like a superpower. So that is how, or that's why sometimes people become famous when they're really good at session playing like that. All right. And I'm gonna try to sneak out and heat up my coffee without procking the room mic on the door. So-
Do you want to do it now? I can just.
Sure, yeah, okay.
Practice for
I'll run and do it now.
I'll just make coffee myself because
Okay.
I'll probably be.
Need a break.
I'll probably be up.
We're gonna be here a while.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, I got nothing to do tonight, so.
I'm so stoked this is working.
I
I've
know,
said it
me
10
too.
times
I'm
already.
excited
but
that it's
This
going.
like gives me so much hope for our production because it's been like, let's be
Yeah.
honest, we put it off. We barely used that thing since we got it, and now it's like it
Yeah.
can happen now. We
It
just
can.
need literally someone down there listening
Yeah.
and run a USB cable. Do they make 100-footers?
Yes.
100-foot USBs?
Yeah, they do. USB Bs, right?
Yep. And it would just be going, no, because that's from the console to the computer. And the console and the computer are both living downstairs. So it's going to be
Right.
alternate probably to
So,
the console.
yeah,
and
it's
then
alternate.
console to computer exactly like
So
this.
they do make 100-foot alternates. I can tell
Oh
you.
yeah.
that.
Or yeah, cat
Or,
five,
yeah,
exactly,
Cat
whatever. So
Yeah.
it's closer than ever before.
Perfect. I'm glad.
The only other thing that's a mild concern, I don't know how worried I should be, but the more channels you record, the more like processing power is required for like real-time processing. But as long as we're not adding any effects,
Yeah.
right, live, and everything that's added in compression, EQ, reverb is done in post, it shouldn't be too bad if it's just literally recording 32 tracks and not processing 32 tracks live. So that's also why guitar pedals are so expensive, like the reverb and delay, is because they have to do a lot of processing for the latency requirement,
Yeah.
because they can't have more than 3 milliseconds of latency to do all that magic live
Yep.
for obvious reasons. So, yeah. And I'm sure, like, well, not sure, but I mean, maybe Gideon or Justice, your dad. I mean, whoever's on our like rotation, right? I mean, maybe it might be interesting to have, a new shiny toy down there that people get to look at and mix and be as close to soundproof as possible.
Yeah.
And like I think we have the manpower for it, but it's like they're not gonna want to set it up, right?
Yeah,
If we build it, they will come. That's what I would like to think.
I hope so.
So, and then now that we figured out how to build it, um, yeah,
I'd say you figured out how to build it. I don't know if I had much.
I needed someone to vent at.
Yeah, I
If
guess I
really,
figured
if
out
I'm
that
in
the
here by
DCA
myself,
was-
I'm.
You might have battled that
I would've
DCA
stopped-
for another 45 minutes.
I would have stopped at 30 minutes and said, "Screw this, I'll do it another day." And honestly, you have no idea how much it helps just to like have you here, just to
Well, I'm
I don't know,
glad.
just to talk
It's a
to
good time.
and find the DCAs that are muted.
Yes, that's true. You do need a certified DCA unmuter when you're here alone.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ever gonna get certified for that. It's gonna fail that test permanently. Killed the clip.
One of these was like curdled.
Ew. Is there an expiration date on the coffee instant milk stuff? Or is it on the bag and not on each individual one?
I don't know. It says no refrigeration needed.
It also says shake well.
Yeah. Well, I never have shaken one,
Neither have I.
and I've never had one look like that.
So that also, I mean, no refrigeration needed does not mean it will last forever.
It scares me a little. I don't.
And I've always been adding cream, and I've always felt sick every time I'm drinking coffee, to be honest.
So maybe it's a bad sign.
Different type of bean, who knows? But I think of all the things to complain about and to not be listened to, I think complaining about free church coffee is a good way to not be listened to.
Right.
Just ignore that guy. He's complaining about the free church coffee that we all know is probably not the best. I'm actually going to move the boundary mic just to see how it sounds, and also maybe I can get my shoes back.
Dude, I'm like, I've probably just been awake for too long. I just spaced out into nowhere for like a minute straight. Very wrong. I got dizzy.
That's not good.
So,
Something about we don't well, we're videos too much. I'll let my shoes down.
that's fair. What if you found something else?
What if? There we go. What could go wrong? Ah! Flawless. That, that textbook. Oh, because it's on an angle, I can get into the yes. Yes. Okay, I'm not touching it. You need to see this.
No way.
No, you can put like a double piece of paper and then on like, oh, it's even.
Oh my god.
Did you see like? Did you
Yeah,
like one?
I do. Yeah, there's like a
There.
it's not even,
It's not that big.
that's insane.
But because it's at an angle like this, I can just slide it forward. I just discovered a new technique on accident. Because you tip it over, so I can like fine tune it by sliding the pole. And so I would slide it this way, right? It gets taller, right?
Yeah.
So I slide it this way, I can be very.
You actually found yourself a construction technique.
Dude, I'm actually gonna use this to feel better down there. I really want to know getting as close to the boundary. It's always like quartering, but you can't always get there. Like,
Yeah.
no, but this.
Can you even slide in that color thing?
Oh,
I mean, what was it after that color thing? No. Oh, you're actually. Okay.
this is the joke.
I've got an next part for you. These are like big sheets of paper.
You really. I don't think you can. No, no way. No. Oh, wait, hold on.
Touch.
What if it was a carbon dioxide? Yes.
All excited on it. Wow. And I, oh.
No.
Yeah, it's stuck. That's crazy. Oh, now, wait.
No, it's clean.
It's
clean.
so funny.
It's clean.
That's insane. That's wild.
Okay, but how does it sound? Not very good touch this. I can't get over it. Don't breathe too hard in this direction. Dude, that's actually gonna pick up a lot if it's that close.
Just making sure it didn't settle, like slump over. Yeah, solo it. Tell me how well you can hear me walking around on this stage. If the gain is cranked on it. What note are we on? Are we on record? Okay, like, can you? I'm gonna stop a little bit.
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
And I'm over here.
Yeah, it sounds like you're walking right next to me. Like,
Wait, really?
yeah, I can like.
Is it getting louder if I do this, or do you hear me actually in the room?
No, it's getting louder. It sounds like you're walking toward me. it sounds like you're walking toward me.
You gotta hear that.
Dude, yeah, you gotta hear it. Hold on. That's so funny.
That is like S-tier boundary mic placement.
That's so funny. Here. Literally, like, once you got to the middle, it sounded like you were walking toward. Were you stomping a little, or like?
I was just like,
walking
yeah, kind of like
heavily?
letting my feet flop a little bit, like. Oh yeah, after the midpoint. Wow.
Is that weird?
After you cross like that table,
Yeah,
a little bit,
exactly. Right.
it really
Right up
gets
here, it sounded
noticeable.
like you're
Right?
getting closer, right?
That's so funny.
All right.
What a great
So it's a
discovery.
recording trick to have
That's
up
so
these
good.
boundary mics. They can really add space and do crazy, not crazy, but just
It's
a
just
very
so funny.
interesting way to add something different.
It's so funny because if I wasn't looking at you, I would think you're walking toward me.
Yeah, like in the
With
recording.
that, yeah.
It'd be like a funny April Fool's prank just to have boundary mics throughout your room wherever you're shooting. Like, hey guys, let me get some water, and you start walking away and you get
Yeah.
out. Like you just
People
have
start
one in
hearing
your
you walking-
kitchen.
yeah.
Or
Like
if
a
you
horror
yell,
movie.
no! And it's just like this echoey no, it's resonating throughout the house. Like it's just a microphone's around the corner. Alright.
Could you mute the solo on the?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's better.
Okay. Oh, that's actually registering on the meter now. Before it was like barely flickering. All right, here's your click. Can you hear that okay?
Yep.
All right, try to do my job here. Arm and good.
Yeah, we're good.
Before I walked around, I wanted to let that one ring out too. Always add extra ring time at the end.
Yeah,
You
I let
never
it like
know.
fully
Yep.
end, you know. That was I think relatively flawless.
All right. I'm gonna play it back here.
Yeah, kill the click.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. As far as a reference goes, I think that's pretty perfect because really I'm sure we'll record more like individual parts down the future, you know?
Yep. Is that going through?
Yeah.
Can you hear the boundary mic in there?
Oh, is it not? Is it because it's not turned up? Like on the fader?
Shouldn't matter.
I don't know if I can really hear it very well.
Maybe it was.
What's that?
It may be the fader matters. Oh well.
It's all good, yeah.
Oh, is it over?
Yep, it is. It just ended, yeah.
Save. What do you want me to call this? Ryan something?
Yeah, sure. You'll just. Oh man, I don't know what to name it. We'll
Guitar
just-
demo 1?
Yeah, just guitar demo one's fine.
Make a new one. Oh, well, I got your old one in here saved. Yay. Every time we open the X32 default, your demo's gonna be here. Because it didn't save the settings, it actually saved the track too, but
Really?
oh well. Unsaved project. Okay, so I got that one saved and I'm starting fresh again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let this run because can you let me know if you see the meter move over here? Because that should be going, and it's registering on the meter. Play something real quick, just a little. Okay, that's registering. It's just not drawing it. So, can you see the bottom one from where you're at?
I can't. Let me get one second.
It should definitely.
It's registering now.
So maybe it was just so sensitive, it just wasn't drawing it on the other one then. Wait, hold on, move the 3 fader down, please.
Like, you have fan power on?
Yes.
Looks like you don't.
And why is it registering? You should get nothing if it.
That's true.
And we're also on play mode. So, over here. Ta-da! Phantom power. So.
Wait, I could hear it when you went to that mode?
Ta-da! Because we're soloing it on the record mode, not listening to it the play mode.
Oh, okay, okay.
But you should have heard it on the play
I see what
mode.
you mean, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, but couldn't you hear your guitar when we soloed it on play? Did you hear yourself?
I don't know, actually. Maybe I was just hearing.
Like, tell me if you hear me snapping into the mic like that. Like.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So that's on play mode. So play mode, you hear both. On record mode, you just hear the mic.
Okay.
I think is how it works. Okay, so I think good news is that the boundary mic did go through. And I'm going to save this template blank now as there we go. Now it's blank. Actually, I have to use it over here. It's control scroll? Nope. Shift scroll? Alt scroll? Yes, left and right. Control alt scroll. Aha! Hotkeys. Okay, I kind of want to open up this other one that we just did and listen to it. Don't mind. Mind if I listen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I just have the boundary mic soloed now.
You hear it?
Yeah, but it's very quiet. Enough to where it adds probably a little spice in recording if someone really wanted to scrutinize it, but it probably needs to be louder.
Yeah.
Or move the mic closer, I guess. So. Normalize. There we go. So I normalized it. It's a menu diving. Now it actually might be louder than your dry. Here we go.
Yeah.
And I hear it. Actually hear
There's
it.
like some background.
It might be.
You can definitely
hissing.
hear some.
Oh yeah. And you can hear the delay from the sound traveling, so then it needs to be offset. So. Okay. It's getting there. 40 is the answer. This is magic. Okay, so then let's try minus 35. That wasn't soloed, I'm stupid. Back to 40 we go. It's gonna sound so organic. That's cool. So it's subtle. but it makes it sound just a little more pro, I guess. One of many ways. So play with the solo button. So that's about as loud as I want to do it without making it like, oh, obviously there's a room.
Yeah.
Right. If I change it to 35, 30 is definitely too obvious. Right here, tell me what you think. Because I don't know if 35 might be too loud or what you're going for. But if I go here to back processing, normal lines, I'm go 35. You should definitely hear that kind of.
It's almost a little like it's close to the edge of what you'd want it to be, right?
Like a little too obvious. Now, in the context of recording, if you had more musicians and whatnot, then
There are going to be more
Then
sounds, so I feel like
it's
that's
good
probably
to have
perfect.
stuff like that leaking
Yeah.
through because then it'll be completely buried by everything else. But when you have that in there, it makes it sound less amateur, like it's just a guitar dry in, right? You just have this other flair.
Yeah.
And we didn't even add a delay to it either. So it depends if you want the actual delay there or not. But that's a very real time delay of the sound traveling across the room and creating reverb. Can I hear it again to see what?
What's up?
Can I hear it again for
Yeah.
see what 35 sounds like?
Yep. Yeah, you could definitely. It's way easier to tell it's there.
That sounds like a recording.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like that better.
Wait,
You could hear it easier in the beginning of the recording.
wow, I actually had to really listen for that with 5 decibels louder. It's more noticeable on the staccato.
Yeah, in the very beginning of the recording, it's super noticeable.
Yeah, let me go back to the beat. At the end, I couldn't really hear it as much, which is great. Like, that's the idea. Is
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so obvious, yeah.
Okay, so I think 35 is a really good spot for
I
it.
agree, yeah. I
'Cause-
like it.
So in the beginning, super noticeable in the beginning.
Yeah.
Let me know when you get to the end where it's more legato, and then I'll play with it. Is it hard strumming right now?
Right about here is where it gets more legato.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 3-second switches. Off.
Oh, it's so tough to tell. No, I could hear it. It's just way less noticeable.
Yeah. So that's what we want. It's barely noticeable
Yeah.
when it's loud, but when you have staccato, then you hear it.
Yeah.
And that I think adds just a little more color and makes it just a little less, like I said, less amateur acoustic, a mic done kind of sounding, I guess. But
For the next one, we have to figure out how to get the audio into the computer.
so that way they can.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
want to have this process documented well, and I want to be able to like you know, if I wanted to like edit this down or something.
Yeah. And I think if I were to do that again, I probably would have moved the boundary mic twice as close. Or maybe 25% closer. It seems a little out there.
There will be more takes. Like that was just
Okay.
I'm giving him that's a sample track. So that's to start building other things around.
Yep.
But like that's not my final guitar take, you know.
Yep.
It's more just to give him an idea of what he's working with.
Okay. I'm really happy with how things have gone so far. Like that room mic sounds killer, and I wasn't sure how good that mic was, to be honest, because I barely hear it in the recordings. And,
Yeah.
Right. And I
you
guess I
wanna-
kind of hear overheads, but
Do you want to get some vocals on it before we go?
sure.
Yeah, I could just put like I just have like a verse and a chorus that we can put onto that track there. And then so when we record the vocals, can I hear the guitar track? Is that possible?
Yeah. If I put it on channel, if I move it over,
Okay.
then yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Right, because we have to arm channel one, so you'd have to move the recording to channel another channel, right?
Yeah. I'll just take this and move it over, but I don't want it on the same channel.
Oh, I see. You just move, yeah, the mic to another channel to arm that. Yeah, I see. Because normally you'd have more than one mic or more than one
Yeah.
input.
Yeah, exactly. But since we don't, I'm gonna move this over now. While you're singing, do you want the room mic in there or the boundary mic in there?
What do you think?
I think you should. I think it should sound as close to a performing like because whenever I want to sing, I want to sound like I'm singing with the band
Yeah.
in
that makes sense.
like a glorified karaoke with all the effects and reverb behind me. So
Wow.
that's my take. But if you really care about timing and getting staccato and just focusing, I mean, I could see an argument
No,
being made for
I
dry
don't
as
mind.
well.
Oh, there is. Yeah, part of the vocal part is like syncopated though.
Okay.
But no, we'll try it and then just say screw it if it doesn't work.
Okay. I'll
Absolutely.
do 4 and 5 for vocal and vocal room mic. And I'm also for this, I'm going to keep the room mic in the same spot. I know we just talked about moving it,
Yeah.
but I want the delay of your acoustic to match the delay of your
Right.
voice, and I don't want to create a weird discrepancy and
Yeah.
create a
okay.
problem for your guy.
Makes sense. And
So,
is it possible to not have my voice in my ears?
yes.
Because there's just enough of like a delay that
Okay.
it's gonna kill me.
So I'm gonna copy and paste. No, maybe not. It's gonna be its own channel. Whoa! So when it's on playback, remember how when we were on the AES 50, how it said like A1, A2, A3? When it's on playback mode, these show up as C.
Really? Huh. That's weird.
Computer?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe.
Okay, so let me do my due diligence here. Oh, wait, you're gonna want on play so you can hear what we just did.
Yeah.
There's I have to start adding pictures to our channels. Quick. Reverb. Voice. Reverb. Okay. So now I'm gonna make channel 1 is now going to be 4. And the guitar reverb was 3. Yeah, and then now it's going to be 5. 5 needs to be blue. Signify it's good. There. Yep. And that was 3. Five needs phantom power. Routing. 48 volt. Crank this all the way. Four. Okay, let's check your gain here.
Test. Oh, checking one, two,
Oh.
three.
Phantom power.
Test. Oh yeah.
Careful. Headphone warning. All right, check again.
Testing. Hello. Test one, two, three. I cannot hear myself at all. I think. Hello. Test. Check. 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 Test. Does the fader need to be up?
Solo.
Solo.
Yep.
Oh, it's not.
You weren't clipping though, so let's try this.
Test. 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 Oh, I got it. Yep.
So that is all the way up.
Yeah. I mean. Oh, that sounds way more like in time too, because so I wouldn't mind hearing myself if it's like this, but earlier for some reason there was like a little bit of a delay.
Well, how far away is your head from your guitar? How far away are your ears from your mouth?
What do you mean?
There's about, I think,
I'm
1.8
saying earlier when I
milliseconds.
was talking into the mic.
Oh,
There was like a little bit of a delay. I don't know if it was because we were in a different mode, like we were in playback mode or something maybe.
oh,
But
maybe.
there was a delay that was a little bit more than this.
Oh.
This is fine. I can deal with this. That's
So, and
why I
if you-
asked if I could have no voice in my head.
Okay, and if we try to line it up with the computer, maybe the other tracks, when we record it, it could be offset a little bit, and that could just be a processor bottleneck.
I don't know.
There's a reason why people spend a lot of money on workstations
Yeah.
for lowest latency possible. So.
Yep.
Okay. Well, okay, so your voice is on 4. We're not going to arm 3. We're not going to arm 1. We're going to set this back. We're going to arm 4, and we're going to arm 5. And I think both of them, ironically, are just cranked at 60 dB. So,
Yeah. I mean, sounds good.
yep, that's going through.
How close would you be to the mic? Like an inch or two? That's
Well, I mean, how loud are you going to sing?
like this.
Yeah, you're not even close. You're at -18 to -12 there.
Ah,
-12.
ah.
-3. Clip. Okay.
I promise I won't do that.
Okay. So you were just kind of like chilling.
Yeah. It's not like vocally straining.
Let's try it. And if it clips, we say, oh well, and
We
do it
can,
again.
yeah, we can readjust if we have to.
Okay. So let's see how this goes. And if I hit play, or if I record. Hold on. Oh, that's weird.
This is actually a song I wrote for Justice and Shelby's wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aha, there we go. That's nice. So if we move this back over, right, and if we are in play mode, solo, solo. I don't think you want the click actually on this one because the odds of it lining up are slim. So we have
Just the backing track.
Yep, so we have boundary mic, both, okay. So then you should hear everything.
Yep.
Okay, and
Pretty
you hear
hot.
yourself in the mic and you hear the guitar?
Yeah.
Okay. Comfortably.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Last week I met this girl I kinda like.
Yesterday was our first kiss, and tomorrow she's my wife. Where'd all the time go? Where did all of my time go? I don't wanna spend my time just standing by and watching hours fly. If you wanna share my life, please don't think twice. Let's follow this road until we die. I don't wanna spend my time just standing by and watching hours fly. If you wanna share my life, please don't think twice. Let's follow this road until we die. I mean, that's pretty much it.
It's
There's
beautiful.
a little bit more like guitar that plays after that, but
Well,
that's the first bit.
now let's see if it's time aligned.
It's not, because it's like syncopated and it's so hard to like sing along to. So I definitely am off a little bit.
No, not you, but like when I hit record and it starts listening to you, you are syncing to what is coming next, and you can guess what note's coming next.
Yeah.
But there might be like a 20 millisecond recording delay for the computer to listen to the mic, process it, and then write it. So
I
then
see what you
when it
mean.
gets recorded, you have to shift it back into the right spot.
Oh, I
'cause
see what you're
sometimes
saying.
it can't process it fast enough.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I
With Audacity, it has that problem. I'm not. Let's see if
I used to use FL Studio, and that was never an issue with that one. But FL is pretty nice. We'll see.
We'll see. Wrote something. But I'll probably have to bump the boundary mic again like I did last time. So does it sound like it's lined up?
It is lined up.
Thank God. I hate fixing that problem.
My voice is also not warmed up too. Sucks.
That could be a good thing.
What's that?
That could be a good thing. Sort of like when you're sick and you had a long day at work and it's pursuit night.
Yeah, true.
But it's interesting. That is a hard microphone to drive.
Yeah.
The amount of
It
pain
is,
that's
yeah.
required. People weren't joking. So
Yeah. Okay. It's lined up for sure.
that's good news.
I just screwed up like certain little parts,
Okay.
but
Let me just do a little experiment too. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give it 10 dB to make your reverb on your voice a little more than the guitar.
okay.
So I'm gonna give it minus 25. It might be a little much, but this is how we learn. I'm gonna put this up here.
It's definitely there.
There, can I hear it?
Yeah.
It's probably, it might even be too much, but it was a pretty liberal adjustment that I made.
What's that?
I made a pretty big adjustment just to
Yeah.
make sure that
Yeah,
we
it's
can hear
it's
it
definitely
working.
audible now. Not like it's not like super distinguishable, but it's
Can I
there.
try it?
Yeah. You probably want to you need to restart it because
Oh,
the vocals just ended.
alrighty. Oh, I definitely hear us talking, so.
Yeah.
The heck?
Did it wrap itself in your laces? I'm gonna use the restroom.
Alright.
Incredibly, that mic has not touched the ground.
It didn't like sag or anything.
Still floating.
Awesome. This sounds very organic. Here we go. I'm going from 35 to 33 because 30 is too much. Yeah. You should try this. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
All right, so I have it punched in when the vocals start.
Okay.
And then your reverb or your boundary mics are
Right
here. Yeah, the blue ones.
Okay. And do I just hit space?
Yeah, just hit space to start it and then play around with your boundary mics. And the difference of both on and both off.
Yeah.
It's a podcast,
Yeah.
right? Versus there's air,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, when I talk about recordings turning into a podcast, like that's what I mean. It's like when all the stuff goes out and there's no effects, no room mic. And if we did that again without not trying to push the agenda, but if we did that with our Sunday stuff,
Yeah.
right? A lot of it gets kind of podcasty sounding, right? So, but I'm pretty pleased with that.
Yeah.
And I could probably scrutinize 5 dB here and there on vocals versus guitar. I think the guitar should be a little drier. Well, depends on, I don't know how you see the final production, but I think it's a really good starting point.
No, I think so too.
Just for a little bit of ambience, and it gives your producer
That's-
something to
Yeah,
work
I
with.
think that's great.
So-
So can you email me those audio files, like whenever you
I need to figure out how to export it.
have a chance? It doesn't have to be like today or tomorrow or anything.
Okay.
I'm just saying, whenever you figure out how to export those, just export all those audio files and email to me when you can.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
gonna save it right now.
I don't know about you, but I work in the morning, so
Okay, yeah, let's get out of here.
probably it should start wrapping up now.
We have accomplished a lot.
We have. I mean,
And it was definitely more than I was expecting.
yeah. No, me
Um,
too. I wasn't
I
sure
was
if you were
expecting
even-
nothing. And
Yo, what's up? Wait, you showed up way too late. We're going
Oh,
to bed
no.
now. We're going home.
oh, rats.
Dang, what a shame. We were doing live music recording, unlike the AI music we were doing yesterday. What a shame.
I mean, I can show them how to coil up a cable.
Yeah, if you want to see how to coil up a cable, Eric will give you a tutorial.
You actually are supposed to.
This is, hold on.
Feel free to rotate it this way. So you got a nice 100-footer
Great.
here.
Oh, my keyboard's bugged out now.
Uh-oh.
Let's go. You're tuning in at the end? Yeah, it's messed up. Check it out though. We out here coiling cables.
All right, I'm gonna save this as our DAW test. Let's go. Saved.
So, watch your head.
And we really got the setup here. Got the microphone. We've got
This guy.
streaming laptop. Got the old guitar.
To hell with cable management. We were on a time budget.
Exactly. We got a cable running across the entire stage over to that corner. We got our recording laptop. We got our soundboard.
Oh, you gotta show him the boundary layer.
What DAW are we using? You don't want to know. we're using Reaper.
Hey, that's standard. It is an industry standard. You gotta show him though.
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Let's see if I can. Time to. Yeah, you got to see this. So we were using this mic to get like a kind of like a natural reverb, right?
Too lazy to take the iPad holder off the stand.
Yeah, check out this clearance on this microphone. How close it is touching the stage. Believe it or not, that's not touching. You can kind of see daylight. We stand Reaper. Yeah, no, check it out. It's like we can't slide. Here, grab the paper.
Yeah.
It's so close that it gets stuck if you touch it. If you put a piece of paper
So I think
underneath
the
it.
right side is a little lower than the left,
Yeah.
right? But if I
So literally, the paper it like binds
Right.
up. Yeah, you can't even slide the paper under it like that.
oh, there we go, got
Crazy?
it.
That's as close as my league games, honestly. I wish my league games were that close. My league games are just, yeah, I get destroyed. I'm out here getting crushed in league. Anyway, that's what we got going on. Doing some live recording. It's messed up. Nobody was here. The first we've been live for 3 hours straight, and then both of you guys show up last minute. The best mic setup you've seen? I know. We're professionals, you know. I mean, what can you say about it other than we know what we're doing? You've been working? Wait, what kind of shift do you work? Wait, where are you from, I guess? I guess that matters. Are you from the US? If you're from the US, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's midnight. That happened fast.
New York. Wait, you're from New York? You're both from New York.
Wait, it's 3
Just so you know, you're both from New York. You might be neighbors and you don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's wild. New York neighbors. Who knows? Yeah, anyway, we're actually about to wrap up. We've been live for 3 hours. It's midnight over here. I guess it's 3 a.m. for you. Wait, so you got off work at 3 a.m.? What job do you work? I'm walking here, a true New Yorker. Civil engineer, and you're working until 3 a.m.? That's wild. Had an emergency. Oh, yeah, I have to respond to emergency calls for my job all the time, too. It's messed up.
But hey, I'm doing my job right
Yeah.
now. I'm not home from work yet.
I'm coiling cables. This is my favorite job to do.
Yeah, Eric is my sound engineer that I don't pay. He's here for the vibes.
I'm here for
He's
the
here for
free
good
coffee.
times. Yeah, exactly.
And if you want to impress your dad, or troll them and irritate them, or anybody in your family, or yourself, or significant other that has cables in their garage, if they have a garage. Right, it's kind of like that debate.
okay. Here goes the tangent.
Okay, I don't want to take the
Here we
hot
go.
take. Okay.
Here we go.
But if you have someone that owns cables, this is how you do it. So I'm gonna try to be in frame here. What you do is you take your coil, right, and you turn your cable. I like to describe it sort of like a doorknob to the left, right? I'm just twisting the whole thing 180 degrees. Then it coils around and loops in on itself, just like a little slinky. And you do the same thing, and you turn it to the right, and it will create a little X. So it's pretty much the same thing. Go left, right. And by doing this a million times over, what happens is you get these little X's that go up through the whole stack, and it prevents it from getting tangled. Because that's how
You
you
want
get
to do the action shot?
Sure, I'll do the action shot.
Then you have to recoil it.
That's how you test if you did it right.
Yeah.
That's how you test the newbies if they did it right.
Then you
make
recoil it.
I've done that to a few people, and I grin from ear to ear every time I do it. Here, do you want me to see if you did it right? Sure, here you go. Thanks. So if I did this right, okay, you got the action shot. Sometimes what happens is like if it's like an HDMI cable or an SDI cable, if it's a 200-foot SDI, God help you. Projector goes dead 5 minutes before your show starts. Oh no, quick, replace the cable. And you just gotta go, yeet, throw that off stage.
Oh, it bound up at the end. You're fired. All right, send him home. He's fired. No more free coffee for this guy.
Hey, oh, there are two nuts.
I play guitar. Literally, thank you. Hey, you just got reported, by the way. Hey, you've been reported, Eric. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you also have somebody saying, I play guitar, literally, thank you. So there you go.
Oh yeah.
You saved a life
guitar
today.
cables, because yeah, so when you do that.
Eric is also a guitar player.
Yeah, so I used to, a long time ago, what I would do with my guitar cables, I would like take the ends like this, fold them in half, take the ends, fold them in half, and I'd like do a little bow tie. No, not the way to do it. Like that was probably the worst way. And also, never do this crap around your arm. Whoever started that trend, they deserve a special place in hell. There's no faster way to kill your cables. Well, maybe not faster, but it's not good for them. So I'll start from scratch here again. I'm really bad with this camera stuff. I'm gonna pretend it's not even there, and I'll let you.
We're gonna get two angles of
like
you,
cooking
Aaron.
show.
One's gonna be straight on, and then I'm gonna get the bird's eye shot
I need
here.
a good background here, or maybe over the chair, because it's not great.
And now I have to change all that.
crap. Well, I can't do it over a black stage.
All right, we're gonna record our tutorial right now.
On.
This is gonna go viral.
We're improving mankind. This is for anyone who has cables in their life. Everybody.
Wait, did the camera literally just freeze?
Freeze?
Incredible. What?
Processing.
You did the arm thing for years. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you did that. That is horrible.
See, this is why we tune into Ryan's stream, because you get very random bits of life advice.
Exactly.
And coiling cables is like, they should teach this in high school. Like, honestly, like, it should be a fundamental skill everyone should know, because
Here we are. We're back.
especially with saving the earth, there's copper in here, but then you got to throw out the cables, get new ones. It's cheaper to buy a new one than just pay yourself $30 an hour to resolder it.
Exactly.
So, all right, I'm gonna stop looking at the reference.
This
So,
is great
we have our
camera
cable.
work here.
Is it this way? This way?
This
There it is. Okay. So, have our cable. I have my other hand, and I'm twisting it to the left, 180, until it starts to coil around on itself, which this
Right.
one's been damaged. So I'm going to do this loop. It'll naturally remember where it was from the factory. So that one was the left. So now I'm going to take this with this hand. I'm going to spin it to the right, 180 degrees. So you can see the cable starting to twist up on itself like a slinky, like a bent slinky. And then you just put your hands together, and it will naturally cross over on its own. You just try to keep your loops the same size. Same thing. I put the chair on the cable.
Where else are you going to get this content, by the way?
Right, and then I'm going to take my fingers, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to twist my doorknob to the left. It starts coiling around like a slinky, and there it goes. So then just do this really fast. To the right, and left,
And then you throw it across the
Right.
entire ballroom.
and left. And then you get really, really fast at it. And then everyone on the show wants you to coil their cables, and you get stuck doing it because you're the only one that can do it right.
He coils all my cables.
My record, I think, was 1 3/4 miles of cable after.
That's disgusting.
I'm under NDA, but it was a successful bookstore.
I'm so sorry. A successful bookstore. Oh, okay. So one bookstore.
It was a very successful bookstore.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you guess what successful bookstore it might be? The literal one bookstore that's successful?
Very successful bookstore that took a lot of everything that is sold on the internet by storm. So.
Looks like an old Radio Shack commercial. Barnes and Noble? Nah, that's not a successful bookstore. That's crazy.
It definitely, it's Has nothing to do with any sort of rivers or anything like that. No rivers that are named. The bookstore is named after. No, nothing.
Yeah, no, that we're not gonna toe the line of breaking NDA anymore.
Yeah. And it wasn't them that
That's your only
made
hint.
cables. It was like the people doing the show, right?
That's your
It's
only
not
hint.
even- I'm not even backing that. But it was, and it was 1 3/4 miles of cables, HDMI, XLR, power, SDI, internet, everything, USB even was thrown in there,
This is a powerful camera angle, by the
Yeah.
way.
and it was
This is
thrown
really
into
good.
a towel bin like at the pool, like those industrial size hampers. Okay, I'll stop talking.
My man got put to use. Dang. What a shame! You guys really pulled up at the wrong time. We're done. We're done for the day. We're
They
going
pulled
home.
up in time to see the cables getting coiled, and this is the most important part of
That's
the whole broadcast.
that's actually true. This is all you need to see.
This is information that just needs to be out there.
It's true.
You'll never know who you will impress by coiling cables properly. And here are the knots that I screwed up earlier. There's 2 of them right there. Wah, wah.
3 of them. You're holding
Oh,
3.
there it is. It's over there. Now, the way these knots happen is when you have a proper stack. You really want to troll someone. So you have your properly coiled stack that's perfect. And you take, so you have one side right here at the end, right? And then you have another one on the other end. So if you take your properly coiled stack and you take your end and go through the coil and unfortunately pull it all the way through the other side, that's how you get a million little knots.
It's also how you make it very obvious that a cable is old and should never be used.
Yeah.
You just, tie one of those bad boys through and pull as hard as you can, and nobody will ever touch it again.
Yep. So now the way you go, oh no, I have a bunch of knots in my cable from some idiot doing that, named it dirt, name drop, is you take them like this and you start putting them on your wrist. I'm still working on this technique 'cause I don't make the mistake enough to need this technique. And put it on your wrist. And then you take the end and you grab it and you
And you
just
confuse
pull 'em all
yourself.
through. And I really hope I don't make this worse.
Can you imagine?
Oh, do I get it?
You tie a bigger knot.
We'll find out. Trying to figure out which side it is.
This is content.
Oh no.
Oh my god! What did you do?
Wait, no, it's not over. It's not over.
It's-
Let me cook.
Oh no,
the
you're
cable is too
scaring
sticky.
me.
Oh, dang.
This
It works
is
better
bad.
with larger loops.
This is bad. I did what you said. Now I'm stuck in the blinds.
Ah, this is not going to be clear. on screen.
I know the method he's trying.
No,
This
okay,
is
I get it.
rough. This is real sad.
Hold on.
You're getting flamed.
I am
You're
not
getting
going to go down
absolutely
like this.
grilled alive, Eric. This is bad.
And pull this through. Hey, it's not my fault I don't screw up my cables and need to know the rescue technique, alright? Maybe if I was worse at putting my cables away, I'd be really good at fixing them.
Bro is clearly not a sailor. Dang, they're doing you dirty right now.
Oh no! What am I
Dude, what
doing?
is happening?
Here I was trying to flex my rescue technique, but I didn't make my loops big enough and they got stuck while I tried to pull them through and twist it, and now...
Yeah, this
Now,
concludes
hey, I
tutorials
got
with
one
Eric.
out.
You got one out with that whole process. You got one not out. I'm honestly impressed.
That did not turn out well.
Okay.